Hey there, I am Mystery Man. You know why you're here. You saw the title. So, I want you to go into the description, watch the video on how to do double dabbling, and also make sure you know how to do binary. With that said, let's go ahead and just get right into it. The first thing we're going to build is a decoder. You don't need to know what a binary decoder is. It's very easy. Make sure you put 5 blocks up like so. And then put repeaters every other block like this. And then put dust. And then mark out these 2 positions. And we're going to stack them out 3 times. Next, we're going to put torches on top of these. Like so. Make sure you do it in this pattern. Alright? And now go on this side and place torches facing this way. On the blocks without the torches on top. It should look like this. And now you're gonna need to put blocks on top of those side torches, alright? Just like this. Alright. Alright, next. Put torches on the insides of those blocks you've just placed. Alright, and then what we're gonna do next is put blocks, redstone dust, mark these positions, and then we're gonna stack this 4 more times, like so. And then we're gonna put redstone torch there. We'll look at it from the side. And now we're gonna go ahead and put torch up here. Torch here. And now you're gonna need blocks going this way on all of these right here. Oh yeah, by the way, my bird's flying around, so you might hear him. He's just playing around. We're gonna stack this out 4 more times going this way. And then what we're gonna need to do, 4 times is a little bit too much. Just make sure there's like 4 lines right there. And then just get some blocks going this way. Like this. Alright. Expand. And stack that 4 times. That's what I was a little messed up on. Go ahead and put blocks there. Break those. And then go back to the front. You'll know where the front is. And yeah, so here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna want to put torches on the blocks that I am putting them on. You don't have to know what these numbers are, just follow my lead. Right? There, piece of cake, right? And that's it, that's a decoder and encoder. So if I put in the number 5, it's gonna output 8 because with double dabbling, we're trying to add 3 if the number's above 4. So 5 would become 8, 6 becomes 9, and so on. So that's what that's about. Alright, go ahead and extend these out like this. Alright, just do that. And we'll put dust on them later. I just want you to form a triangle like this. Okay, we're gonna do this on all of them. And this will be used to build the memory, which in our case will be a shift register. And you'll see how it works. It's really useful. Now, I've got to make sure it's level with the ground. Go ahead and put repeaters facing in that way. And then you're going to want repeaters facing in this way. Go ahead and place blocks on the back of those repeaters and just put blocks above those. And complete these memory cells. And then you're going to want to put redstone coming out of those memory cells into the decoder. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is put pistons facing down on this side and this side. Just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to stack them 3 more times. Like so. Oh, that was pretty bad. I did a terrible stack, I apologize. Oh, I'm expanding one, that's why. I'm so used to expanding one. I don't have to do that here. There we go. You'll notice that world that it sometimes, well no, it always pops off the redstone dust. It's so weird. Like, just don't pay mind to it. Just make sure it's good here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just finish this up. Make it look like that. And also put repeaters on there. On this one, however, we're gonna need a comparator. I'll explain what these parts do. So this part's gonna set a new number in here, and this part's gonna make the register shift. So we're gonna need this setup here. I'll show you. It's pretty easy. Just put a repeater there, put these on 2 ticks, and then put the last one on 2 ticks. And then you're just gonna have a block sticking out like that. So 1 tick, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Alright? Good. So that's actually it. That's the shift register. Now we just have to put a conditional wire that checks for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, which comes out of our decoder from the side. And now we're gonna go up like so. Like that. And then just put a redstone repeater there. So what this will do is this comparator is gonna lock this test wire, so it'll pulse, which can allow the new value to set in if it's true. So pretty easy, right? So let's go ahead and just wire it up. Alright, now in front of this torch you're gonna need a repeater, and guess what? We're actually done with almost the entire double dabbling machine. So all we have to do now is we have to stack it. So here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and mark this position right here. Alright, just right above there. And then you're going to come down to this side, just build in a diagonal, and then you're ready to go on that. So just click that corner, click this corner, and we're going to not expand it. We're going to stack it 2 more times. Alright? And you'll know you've done good if there's just a 1 block gap there. So now we have to fix the mess that world that it's made with these pistons. So just go ahead and make sure that you got that under control, and you'll be good to go. So just do that, alright? I think that's good. Oh, make sure there's no blocks there. So just make sure on the back of these comparators there's a gap. Like so. Alright? Okay. We could break these temporary blocks that we've placed. And we can break those. And we're very close to done. You could stack this out up to 16 before the next part of the circuit wouldn't work anymore. But you'll see what I mean. So for now we're going to stick with 3 decimal places because that's good enough for 8 bits. Alright, with that said, let's move on. The next part of the circuit we're going to need is a binary part, or the binary input, which is a shift register. You're going to want to build this one just 2 blocks apart from that, and just put a piston. Get a repeater facing that way, and then just put 2 ticks in between it, like that. Alright. I'm not sure if I said this already, but my parrot he's free roaming around right now, so you'll probably hear him a lot. He's kind of being cute and all. Anyways, let's just go ahead and mark those 2 positions, and then we'll just stack this 7 times. Like so. And then we'll fix the mess that, again, world edit has made. So I fixed the mess, I think. Yep, good. So the mess has been fixed. Now we've got our input register. You're going to need to lower this block down and put a 2 tick there, but leave that as 1 tick. And as you can see, our 2 and 1 tick thing has worked out beautifully here. We could break this one because it's not usable. We could break these because they're not usable. And we can actually remove these like go. We're making things great and efficient, so good. That's good. So, we're almost done. So, as I said before, we want our machine to first do a test and then shift. So, I'm first going to put in the test there, and then we're going to have our shift part here. Now, our shifting part needs a little bit of time delayed on it. So, we're going to put a delay of 6 ticks. Go ahead and just put it like so. It'll look like that. And there you go. So that should take care of it. I could do a test with this machine without a clock, so we might as well do that to see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and test the number 30 for no particular reason. 30 is going to be 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16. So there's the 2's, or 8. There we go. So that's 30. And we're going to press this part right here. Oh, and by the way, just put a piston there. I almost forgot that. But yeah, we're going to click this button 8 times and we should get the number 30 in BCD. And I'll explain how it's represented. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And did I actually? I might have shifted one too many there. I think. I can't tell. I can't tell. All right. I'm gonna have to put lights on here, and then we'll do a test, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll just make sure my pistons are okay. It looks like they're fine. Nothing's wrong with them. Let's just go ahead and give that test again. I think we just have a small problem. We'll see. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay, that's good. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it didn't work. What is going on with that? That didn't work. Why not? I put the values up here. Alright, let's do some debugging with mystery. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We forgot redstone on top of that. Hopefully you guys can see that. I hope it's not too crazy. Alright, well there you go. We debugged redstone together. You know what? I'm glad we did this. Because this isn't really a legit tutorial. It's more like a build along. We're doing this in the moment, so sweet. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and put a way to quickly reset these registers. Just add a piston with 2 ticks, and then that should do it. Cool. So that'll clear the register. And now we can get the official result. Man, I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go, 30. So this is the ones place. We're representing the decimal numbers from 0 through 9 in these 4 groups. So we've got the ones place, which is 0. The tens place has a 3. And then the hundreds place has a 0. So that's 30, and our double dabbler worked. So to finish up the double dabbler, what we're going to do is we are going to add the clock. Not just any clock though, we're going to use one that counts 8 times and then turns off. Or at least that's what we want. So I'm going to probably need a little space. I'm not going to build this in the most efficient way because I can't remember everything off the top of my head. But that's the fun part, you know? That's the challenge. So let's go ahead and just put this together. So you're going to want a comparator like that. And And then just face them in a... I'd actually face them this way. Just face them like this. And this will be a decrementing circuit. You'll see how it works in a moment. Okay, we're gonna want to put a redstone torch off of that thing. And then we are going to need a clock. I think the clock will just go somewhere here. Now the clock speed is kind of important to gauge here. We're gonna want a 3 and a 2. And there we go. So that should be our clock. It's also gonna help us with our monostable here. As you can see, it'll just pulse I'll show you again. It pulses really fast, and then this will subtract 1. That's how it works. So I'll look at it from above because it's nice and flat. And basically the last thing we're going to do to make this work is we're going to get the signal strength exactly to be 8. Or not 8, it's probably we probably want 7. You'll see why. Anyways, so let's go ahead and just get this going here. Right, so this is our input. And I need a 2-tick pulse there and a piston. And then we'll just have our start button right here to start the double dabbling. Alright? Like this. And as you can see, it'll just kind of cycle through really fast. Obviously, we want to now get the signal strength fixed. So we're going to need a barrel. Get a barrel. I wonder if a composter actually might be easier for us here. Because we can actually get the signal strength 8 with the composter. That'd be kind of good. Just get pumpkin pie and fill that sucker up. There you go. And don't touch it. See. 1, 2. Oh. That went a little longer than I thought. How much signal strength are we getting? Let's go ahead and put a solid pulse in there, and then we can kind of gauge what the signal strength is. Okay. If you look on... Yeah, we got the power of 7 coming in. I think that's correct. Should be correct. Yep. 2, 1, 0. Okay. Yeah. And now we'll go ahead and test it. This should be it. Almost, actually. I think we're... Are we missing anything? No. I'll go ahead and label these buttons, and then we can test it out. Oh, wait. There is something I am missing. The set... I need to be able to set a number in. Let's just put some levers here, or buttons. It doesn't really matter. You can pick any method of input you guys want. Like, you can have you can have monostable circuits here, basically. I would have it come from below somewhere. We'll just put buttons, and now we're going to label them with binary number positions. Each of them doubling. Man, this is pretty wicked, guys. 32. 32. 64. And 128. I think I got caps lock on there. Okay, so there we go. An 8-bit number. And if we ever get the problem wrong, we can always just clear the register at this part, like that. So this is clear registers. Sorry. And this is the start button. Okay, so that's it. That should be it. We gotta test the number though. I'm gonna get rid of these buttons. I'm just gonna test the number 100. So that would be 4, 32, and 64, and that's 100 in binary. And we'll just go ahead and start it. So let's see. Oh. I didn't even hook it up yet. Well, I'm gonna do it in the easiest way possible, by the way. I'm just gonna use a target block. You gotta love these things. There we go. Now it's done. Hopefully. Okay. Alright, and go. Alrighty. Shifting through. And... wow, it's doing... hey, we got 100! We did it! So, in the ones place, we've got a 0. The tens place, we got a 0. And in the hundreds, we got a 1. 100. Let's do some more tests, and then we'll call it good. By the way, in the description, there'll also be a world download to this machine. Don't worry. I'll make sure to do that. I'm sure you'll probably just want to play around with this too if you didn't build it. Let's do 24 next, which is 8 and 16. We'll start it up. Oh, and the timings are precise here. You can't mess with them, so just keep that in mind. This isn't the fastest double dabbler, by the way, but it's really easy. So there we go. In the tens we got a 2, and in the ones we got a 4. So that's it. So the reason why you can only have 16 bits on this double dabbler is because if we didn't have this part, we would have 15 signal strength. So that's all we would be able to do. So yeah, you could just keep stacking these cells out until you have 16 of them. It's pretty easy, and I recommend you guys play that on your free time. Let's do one more test. Let's just do 255, which is all of them. Do 255. Oh, I forgot to clear the registers. Okay, now let's do 255. Okay, now we can do it. All right, let's do it. Start button. It takes about 10 seconds for it to do a double dabble here, so it's not too slow. It's reasonable. And there we go, 255, because the 100s place has a 2, 10s has a 5, and the 1s has a 5. Alright, so thank you for watching. If this helped, give it a like. And please subscribe. I'm going to be making more Redstone computer components. Hopefully they'll help you, and I'm going to keep them as elementary as I can. Anyways, take it easy, guys.